Just a quick video on how to service your suntor fork's lower leg assembly. I've removed the nuts from the fork, I've removed the brake caliper, I've removed the brake hose. You pull off the lowers, they just simply slide off. It's quite hard to do on camera. Like so, you see the fork slide off. You clean out the insides, and they're clean enough for my liking. I have given these a clean just before the video. I've shaked most of the crud out of there. Now water's going to get back in these anyway, so we're not going to worry too much about everything being absolutely pristine. We've just got to clean everything much more than what it was. Just got some grease. I'm going to put that in there on the bushings. You want to make sure the grease is relatively clean without any like plastic lumps or anything like that, or you know, metal material, swarf, that kind of stuff. So you put your grease in there and reassemble the fork. That is literally all there is to it. This is quite difficult to do holding the camera. And wipe off any excess grease once the fork's reassembled. So you make sure it's relatively clean, get all the major rust particles out. You won't get all of it, get as much of it as possible, and just reassemble the thing. This will allow you to save money before you upgrade the fork to something else, or allow you to keep riding that fork a little bit longer. Really and truthfully, you should be doing this every sort of 3 to 6 months. So even if your bike's new, you should still do this every 3 months or so, especially if you're riding wet conditions. And then that way it will actually prevent the fork from going rusty in the first place, and you'll get years of life out of it. You can also buy replacement bushings for these suntor forks, believe it or not. If you do a quick Google search for suntor replacement bushings, it is actually possible, despite what people say. You don't need to go and spend £1,000 on a fork just to get replacement parts availability for it. Right, that's grease in the lower legs. You don't really need to watch the rest of this video, it's kind of self-explanatory. You put that back down like that. You put your nuts back on. There's no seals or anything like that on here or anything fancy. You might need to position this rod into the centre.